the Connecticut Huskies, and the Bearcats of Cincinnati. Hi, everybody. This is Brad Nessler with Kirk Herbstreit and Lee Corso, and football is in the air. This college football season continues to roll on, and we've got what looks like a spectacular battle headed your way.
Connecticut will be led today by their quarterback, and this kid creates all kinds of problems for the opposing defenses. This young man is capable of breaking big runs down the field, and his ability in the pocket makes him very difficult to sack. If the defense can't slow this kid down today, then expect big things from his offense.
Well, we're just about ready. Let's join in on the coin toss, brought to you by Coke Zero. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. There goes the opening kick. Tackle made at the 28. And now we get to see this offense for the first time as they head out onto the field. They'll set up shop at the 28-yard line. They come out with 4 wide out. He delivers. Picked off. It's the cornerback. Tackle at the 50. What an interception by the cornerback.
I love it. A defensive back with soft hands. This kid can play.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 50. They're packed in tight on the line. They go with the run, and he's taken down behind the line.
The safety made the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. I recommend to the offensive coordinator a little play action and throw the fade route where the safety used to be.
That's right, Lee. These guys are shooting up there when they see run, and it only takes one time to catch them out of position and take it to the house.
Receiver on the play.
Third down, and they need to get it inside the 40. There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. He launches one for the end zone. Throws, and he's got a man. Touchdown. This guy can really run away from a defense, Coach.
Listen up. This kid is a big-time game breaker. He has that kind of speed.
And he tacks on the extra point. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. He sends it off. He's to the 10. He just got drilled. You know the offense will be looking to do better this time out.
This offense really has to avoid silly turnover.
Yeah, especially now. This offense is down a touchdown, so they could easily get back into this game by scoring some points. They could do it without the turnovers.
Straight in the middle, and he meets the defense. I'm not sure what happened, but one of the players is hurt. It's second down and 7 to go. Ball on the 34. Looks like the defense is only going to pressure with 3 linemen. Here's the option. Excellent open field tackle. That's 4 yards on the play.
Gain of 4 on the play.
Third down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. The defense is waiting on the pass. They're in the quarters defense. There's a flag on the field, and I think I have a good feeling of what this might be.
Number
That's going to bring up 4th down.
Just a great job by the defense. These guys are disguising their defense so well that they're confusing the quarterback and the offensive line.
He really got a hold of that one. Oh, hit as he caught it. The quarterback is on his way back onto the field, and he led a great drive last time out.
This kid was talking about how well he's developed a connection with the receivers over the past couple of weeks. It really showed on their last drive.
He's taken down around the 24-yard line. They gained 5 yards there. 2nd down and 5. Ball on the 24-yard line. There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. He delivers, and it's picked off from the tip. And he's taken down at the 48. Well, Coach, he just looked like he was in the right place at the right time.
Yep. Great play by the linebacker to read that pass and come away with the interception. Right there. Great play.
1st down, 10 yards to go. Looks like the defense is only going to pressure with 3 linemen. And it's caught, and he's brought down quickly. They pick up a good 6 yards there.
Yep, it was a great job of getting away from the pressure, and they ended up getting 6 yards on the play.
The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. They go with the run, and he's tackled around the 37-yard line. They'll pick up a 1st down with that run from the halfback.
Great effort on that little scamper. He came away with about 5 yards.
There are 3 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Open receiver dropped.
Number 5, the intended receiver on the play.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on the 37-yard line. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. It's complete. Brought down around the 27-yard line. The defense looked a little lost on that one, Kirk.
Yeah, they did, Brad. Nice recognition here by the quarterback to see that confusion and then take advantage.
And we got a new man in there, running back. And they use motion. He looks to throw on 1st down. Goes right, picked off. And that was the 2nd time he's been picked off in this half.
I can tell you as a quarterback, you never want to throw any interceptions at all, but most of all, you want to avoid throwing picks early in the game.
Why is that?
Because it gets you out of your rhythm early. And once you're out of your rhythm, bad things start to happen to your offense.
They come out in a goal line set. They'll give it off here. And they make the stop around the 18-yard line. A couple, maybe 3 yards on that run. It's 2nd down and 7 to go. Ball on the 18-yard line. Backup tailback checks in now. Let's see if he gets some action. Now he's scrambling. And he's taken down at the 27.
Excellent job by this young quarterback at making the defense pay for bringing both outside linebackers. That's composure right there.
They line up in the jumbo set. Gets a block on the corner. And now he's got room to run. And he's shoved out of bounds at the 45-yard line. And that's their 3rd 1st down of the drive.
Great blocking and great running equals a very successful offense.
And they've looked really good on this drive, Coach. The defense needs to figure out a way to stop them, or else they're going to have no problem putting points on the board. Well, the question now is, how will they respond after losing a couple on that run?
2nd and 11. Ball on the 44-yard line. There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. He's on the run. Pressure coming, and he's sacked. They were bringing a heavy rush on that one.
Brad, that's what happens if the quarterback holds the ball too long, waiting for his receivers to get open.
And we got a new man in there, running back. And he's hammered as he lets it go. That'll make it 4th down, and they're going to have to punt.
Yeah, they just couldn't connect on the pass there. That was a very good stand by this defense.
4th down. They come out in a punt formation. Oh, excellent punt. He's to the 20. Gets to about the 27-yard line. The quarterback comes back on the field, and I'm sure he's hoping to make up for that interception on the last drive.
The offense needs to be more careful on this drive, Kirk.
Especially since this defense is so good at taking advantage of mistakes.
Off the right side, doesn't get much. Good tackle. Just about 3 yards there.
That was a great hit by the defender. He just drove the ball carrier right to the ground.
It's 2nd and 7. Ball on the 30-yard line. And we got a new man in there, running back. Good tackle there in space. They'll get 2 on that one.
Here, the quarterback just dumps it off to his tight end. But give this defense some credit. They just didn't let him go anywhere.
It's 3rd down and 5 to go. They line up with a bunch formation on the right. Back to pass. Gets it off as he's hit. Complete. And he's stopped behind the line. They'll lose 8 yards there.
Coach, what in the world happened there?
Let me say this. That is not how you draw up a pass play. And the coach is really mad. I'll bet you a lollipop that that doesn't happen again.
Coach, you've got yourself a deal, my friend.
He gets it away, and this is a really nice punt. Brought down as he tried to field it. They were forced to punt the ball away the last time they had it. They'll be looking for a little more out of their offense on this possession. 5 DBs on the field. They go with the run, and he's tackled in the backfield for a loss. He didn't really have a chance on that play.
Boy, guys, how about the defense on this play? They sniffed that play out from the start.
The defense sets up in the nickel.
Let's go.
He's on the run. Deep pass down the left side. Missed him. He was off target that time.
Yeah, you can see his arm strength, but here he overthrew the intended receiver on the deep route.
3rd down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 29-yard line. From the gun.
Ready.
Now he tries to buy some time. And it's caught. Complete, and he's brought down. Decent gain, but they're still just short of the 1st down.
Yeah, if the receiver would have reached the ball out a little bit, he would have been able to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, but that's tough to do when you have this defense coming after you.
And give the defense credit. Great job to keep them from getting that 1st down.
Well, the offense couldn't get anything going on their last drive. Let's see if they can do a little bit better here. The quarterback is in the gun. He's got 2 tight ends in this set. They go with the run. They'll bring him down at the 29-yard line. Gain of 9.
9-yard gain.
2nd and short. Ball on their own 29. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Here's the option. Good yardage there and a 1st down.
A good option attack is hard to defend. Sometimes you've got everybody covered, and they still bust out on a nice gain on you.
You're right, Lee. When this offense is on, they're very hard to stop.
On the ground with the tailback. Couldn't get anything out of that.
On the run. No gain on the play.
2nd and 11 coming up. The defense comes up tight on the coverage. Looks like the defense is only going to pressure with 3 linemen. They go with the run. And he's tackled at the 34. So at the most, he gains a few inches.
No gain on the play.
3rd down, 10 yards to go. Ball on their own 34. The defensive backs moving in closer. Got hit and still completed it. And they make the stop at the 37-yard line. Looks like the defense was in man coverage there, fellas, and that's why they stopped that screen.
Yeah, and when the secondary isn't dropping back into zone, it makes it difficult to have success with that kind of screen play.
booming kick. He fields the punt at the 16. Across midfield, and he has it on the corner. And he's brought down at the 25. Nothing too fancy there.
Yeah, I'll take those yards over dancing all over the place and getting nowhere any day.
And a new halfback checks into the game. Off the right side, doesn't get much. Good tackle. And the halfback's got nowhere to go.
1 yard gain on the play.
Second down and 9 to go. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Throws. Caught end zone for the touchdown. And Lee, what do you think about that touchdown catch?
Man, I loved it. This halfback is a top-notch college football player, and that run and catch proved why.
And he converts the extra point. And here's the Pontiac drive summary. Connecticut lines up for the kickoff. And it's off. At the 30. Tackle at the 38-yard line. Their last drive ended in a punt, so this quarterback's going to be looking for something better on this drive. This drive will start at the 38. The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field. Hands it to the back, and he's got open field. Makes it out to about the 49. What a run!
Man, this kid can flat out fly. A lot of kids are fast, but there's not many guys out there that can run as fast as this kid in pads holding on to the football.
I agree with you, Lee, and he has such a natural running style.
They go with the option. Brought down at the 44-yard line. A 5-yard gain.
5-yard gain on the play. Timeout called by the offense.
It's second down and 5 to go. About 2 minutes before halftime. The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. Has it to the senior.
It could be that the offensive coordinator is trying to lure the secondary in to play more press coverage. And then they'll try to take advantage by going deep. Those safeties better be ready.
And they use motion. Throws a laser across the middle. There's an injured player, and we'll try to find out who it is. First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 23-yard line. The defense is waiting on the pass. They're in the quarters defense. Option. And he's taken down at the 18. About 5 yards on the quarterback keeper. It's 2nd and 4 to go. Expect the defense to turn it up a notch here in the red zone. He's taken down around the 11-yard line. So with that run, they pick up another first.
It's a nice job again up front by the offensive line. They're doing a good job of neutralizing the defensive front, and it's allowed them to move the ball down the field.
They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Finds the junior. They just took what the defense gave them on that play.
Yeah, you're right. That was a good job of getting that pass completed for positive yardage.
And this play is number 8 on the drive. Single set backfield. Give to the back and hit hard for a loss. Well, the defense really put the clamps down on that run.
Boy, Brad, great effort up front by that defense.
Third down, 5 yards to go. This is the 9th play of this drive. They line up in a double tight set. To the end zone, intercepted. He's got an opening. First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 35-yard line. They'll work from the shotgun. Can't find anyone open. Runs with it, and he's got room. He goes out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and he gets a big gain on the run.
Good awareness here by the ball carrier to step out of bounds and conserve some clock.
The defense is in the nickel. Passes to the wide out, and he can't pull it in. Looks like we've got an injured player down there. Can't tell who it is yet. It's second down and 10 to go. There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun.
Black 55. Black 55.
Back to pass. Deep pass down the right side. Picked off. It's the ball-hawking senior. That INT puts him in a position to make this a game.
Yeah, they really needed that. That's a huge boost to morale.
You're right, Kirk. Now they got the big M.O. Mo on their side.
They'll line up just in front of their own end zone. Ball on the 2-yard line. Looks like the defense is only going to pressure with 3 linemen. They work it left, and he finds nothing but the defense. 2-yard pickup.
And what a big hit by that defender. He laid a licking to him.
Second down. They're deep in their own territory. The defense is waiting on the pass. They're in the quarters defense. And he's taken down around the 8-yard line. The halfback runs for 4 yards.
Gain of 4 on the play. The defense calls a timeout.
Here's a 3rd and 3. Ball on the 8-yard line. 2 tight ends here. He'll get the call again. He can't get away with a stiff arm, and he's tackled. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think there's anybody on the field right now that could beat this guy in a foot race.
I agree, Brad. He's in a class by himself when it comes to speed.
And you can't coach that kind of speed. You either got it or you don't.
Here's the halfback. Gets to about the 24-yard line. We've reached halftime, and I don't think too many people were expecting this. Our score here in Hartford, Connecticut, 14, Cincinnati, nothing. Cincinnati is lining up to get this second half started. Here's the kick. Across the 30, at the 40. And he's tackled at the 44. You got the team pumped up with that return.
Oh, boy, he sure did. And that's the perfect, beautiful thing about special teams, my friend. It's beautiful.
Rally! Rally!
They come out in a goal line set. To the right and tackled immediately. And he gets a yard on the run.
Yeah, it was a short gain, but a nice tackle there by the senior corner who came in from the outside and made a nice play.
2nd and 9. Ball on their own 45. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Catches it, and they bring him down at the 29. Good-looking play there.
I think they did a great job up front here, allowing the quarterback enough time to look downfield and spot the open man.
Yeah, but don't forget the play of that receiver that time. He made some really nice moves.
1st down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 29. They line up in the jumbo set. They work the right side, and there is nothing going there. Just a yard there.
1 yard gain on the play.
We've got 2nd and 9 here.
Ace, ace, ace.
They line up in the shotgun.
Here we go.
The junior makes the catch. And we'll take a break while the injured player is attended to. So it's 3rd down, and they've got about 2 yards to go. And they'll bring in the goal line set for this one. Tackle made around the 19-yard line. So the tailback picks up the 1st down there with that 2-yard gain.
Again, they go with the halfback here, and again, he picks up some positive yardage and a 1st down.
Looks like we've got an injured player down there. Can't tell who it is yet. Second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 20-yard line. And we got some fresh legs in there at tailback. Quick roll out left. He wants to throw. He's going to take it himself. One man to beat. Now he shows his running ability. Huge play, and it's going to be 1st and goal.
Quarterbacks who can run the football really change your entire defensive game plan.
And he is drilled at the 2. Monk gains about a yard on the play.
That was a great tackle. The defender seemingly came out of nowhere and put a big hit on the ball carrier.
We've got 2nd and goal.
98 Weasel.
And this is the 9th play of the current drive. They put everyone up on the line. They go with a run. Touchdown. Well, that's how you get it done when you're down by the goal line, Coach.
When you're close like this, you tell your guys, get in there, push, shove, and block. Just get the ball in the end zone.
It was just power versus power. Both goal line sets were in, and this time it was the offense that won.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. That score leads us to our Pontiac drive summary. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He sends it off. He's to the 10. Tackle made at the 36. And now we'll see the offense come out onto the field for their next possession. They'll get the ball here at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10. The defense comes up tight on the coverage. Here's the option. They'll bring him down at about the 37-yard line. Nothing there on the keeper. It's 2nd down and 10 to go. From the gun. Run, left side. He's got an opening. I'm not sure what happened, but one of the players is hurt. Looking to capitalize on the big run. Now it's 1st and 10. The defensive backs moving in closer. They're in the shotgun with 3 wide receivers. They'll run the option, and they make the stop around the 33-yard line. No place to go that time, and the offense loses a yard or 2.
Nice job of plugging up all the gaps and the possible cutback lanes by the defense.
There are 7 defensive backs on the field in this defense. Run the middle and nothing there. A 2-yard run by the halfback.
Gain of 2 on the play.
3rd down, and they need to get it to the 21. The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field. Caught out in the open. He's taken down at the 24. He made the catch, but he didn't get the first down.
Yeah, right now, the way this defense is swarming, there's just no room for him to get upfield for the first down.
This defense will give the quarterback those underneath routes all day long if it can prevent them from getting a first down.
And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Cincinnati to kick this one off. He kicks it. Tackle at the 37. This offense did really well with the air attack on their last trip out there. Let's see if they can do the same thing here.
This offense has been really successful today, Kirk. Their team has a solid lead, and their scheme has worked very well for them.
Yeah, and the crowd has been behind these guys the entire game. Every time I come here, I'm just amazed by how loud it gets in this stadium.
Ohio! Ohio!
They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. He scrambled. Fires deep down the right side. It's broken up.
Man, guys, I'm surprised he got his hand on that one. It looked like it was out of reach to me.
Third down, 10 yards to go. Ball on their own 37. Nickel defense. Can't find anyone open. Might want it all. Deep ball's got a man. And he got it. He's all the way home. Touchdown. The halfback got his number called on the pass play and came through with a score.
This is what separates good backs from great ones. You have to have the ability to contribute to the passing game.
This kid had no problem getting separation on that play. He was wide open when he caught that touchdown pass.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. Connecticut to kick this one off. He kicks off from the 5-yard line. He's tackled at the 41. The offense goes back out onto the field after picking up a field goal on their last drive.
Yeah, there was no lack of offense on that last drive.
Yeah, they took the ball right up the field. This defense needs to find a way to slow these guys down.
The defense comes up tight on the coverage. They motion to the right. Looks to pass. Looks for his tight end over the middle.
As long as they're making completions and positive yards when they go to the air, then it can't be too bad of a play.
At the 44-yard line.
Heading to the fourth quarter, this one is well in hand. With the score, Connecticut 28, Cincinnati 3. Second and 7 coming up here. They line it up with 3 receivers. Here's the option. Tackle at the 41. He got nothing on that play.
The defense is really digging in now, you guys.
Third down now, and they need to get it inside the 49. They line up with a bunch formation on the left. It's the sophomore that's got it. There's a player shaken up on the play. First and 10. Ball on the 44. Looks like the defense is only going to pressure with 3 linemen. Drops back to pass. Passes, and it's almost picked off. That could have easily been a turnover.
Yeah, I don't even think the quarterback even saw that guy.
Well, he almost saw him running the other direction with the football.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 44-yard line. The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. Throws it out. He's hit hard for a loss. They lose 3 yards there.
Really, they just had nowhere to go after the catch.
3rd down now, and they need to get it down to the 34. They line it up with 3 receivers. Slings it out there, incomplete.
Number 12, the intended receiver on the play.
It's 4th down. Here comes the punter, looking to boot this one away. The punter is going to try to pin them deep in their own territory with a good punt here. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. These guys came up with a touchdown on their last drive, and they'll be hoping for another 6 on the board here.
Well, moving the football hasn't been a problem all game.
Yeah, but this one's in the books, Coach. I expect him to run the ball, kill the clock, and put this one in the books.
Takes it right and brought down right away. Monk gets 3 yards on the carry. 2nd down, 7 yards to go. They line up in the jumbo set. And this is not good news. This is a very serious injury. They're about 4 yards away here on 3rd down. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. He scrambled. He's got it with room to run. And he's brought down at the 41-yard line.
Wow, that was an impressive play.
Yeah, but this game has been out of reach for a while.
Yeah, that's still no excuse for this defense to just shut down, don't you think, Coach? I mean, you would think they would work harder to stop these guys being down this much.
Here's the give. I'm not sure what happened, but one of the players is hurt. Second down and 11 yards to the sticks. Ball on the 42. They come out in a goal line set. Here's the back. He can't get by the defense.
If these defenders continue to exploit the O-line like that, it's going to be a long day for this running back.
And once again, they'll come to the line, try to convert on 3rd down. From the gun.
Brown 50. Brown 50. Lucky.
Looking to throw. And they got him. It's the senior corner who nails the quarterback for the sack.
Nice call here, but they might want to wait a while before going back to it again.
It worked really well for them that time, but blitzing the corner is a good way to give up a home run.
He gets it away, and this is a really nice punt. Little too much leg into that punt. They'll bring it out to the 20. Their last drive resulted in a punt, so let's see if they can put together something a little more promising here. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Caught. And they make the stop at the 27. They complete that play-action pass, good for 7 yards.
Makes the tackle at the 27-yard line.
Second down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. Looks like the defense is only going to pressure with 3 linemen. Option. Laterals back. And he's going to go inside the 30. And he's all the way in for the touchdown. What a remarkable run to get the touchdown.
Let me tell you something. Some running backs hate it when the offense gets down near the goal line and the coach calls for a quarterback sneak or a fullback dive. Well, one way to avoid that is just break a huge run for 6 like this guy just did.
And he converts the extra point. So with just over a minute to go here in the fourth quarter, our score, Connecticut 28, Cincinnati 10. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Here's the onside. And they got it. You have to respect the effort. They just refuse to quit.
Yeah, but I think the score is going to make this one look a lot closer than it really was.
They'll take over at the 47. First down, 10 yards to go. They come out with 4 wide out. He drops back. Throws it, and it's tipped away.
It looked like the quarterback thought he had an open receiver there, but I don't think he saw the linebacker.
I don't know how you could miss him. He's huge, and he came up with a very, very nice play.
Looks like the defense is only going to pressure with 3 linemen. And a quick throw. Someone down there just a little bit slow to get up. It's 3rd and 4. Ball on the 47-yard line. The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. He's got it with room to run. He's knocked out of bounds around the 39-yard line.
The screen pass gives him a new set of downs, and you know what, you guys? Those offensive linemen were out there were really moving.
Yep, the running back showed what he can do when he gets a little bit of help from the big fellas downfield.
Big, sweetheart, those guys are huge.
The defensive back's moving in closer. And a new halfback checks into the game. Got hit and still completed it. Drop back 4 yards on that one.
There is no way that they were going to get any positive yards on that play.
No doubt. The quarterback would have been much better off throwing the ball away than losing a good chunk of yards.
Gets it off as he's hit. Completes. What a throw for a big gain.
That is a great example of the quarterback seeing the whole field and finding the guy who had the best chance of making a catch.
Good rush by the defense. It just didn't get there soon enough. A half a second quicker, and they would have had a sack.
He's tackled at the 23. They were very fortunate to come up with that pass.
Not the smartest throw that he could have made, but it worked. Just makes you a little nervous when he lets that thing go.
First down, 10 to go. 2 tight ends here. It's complete. What a play, and that is 1st and goal. Looked like the linebackers bid on that play fake.
I didn't even know the quarterback had the ball. That's worth a yoke.
Here's the 8th play of the series. It's 1st down.
Called by the offense.
The offense gets set as they attempt to put an end to these red zone blues. Hand off to the left. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
They got the touchdown here, but they really didn't leave themselves enough time on the clock, Coach.
Yeah, Kirk, if they could have gotten into the end zone with maybe another 30 seconds or so on the clock, then I think they'd still have a chance. But now, AARP says go with this play.
So the kicker's going to stay on the sidelines. These guys will try for a 2-point conversion. This defense is in the dime. He gets rid of it, and it's going the other way. And they won't get the 2. And here's the Pontiac drive summary. Here goes nothing. They recovered it. And this one comes to an end. Our final count in this game, Connecticut 28, Cincinnati 16. Kirk, any final thoughts here as we take a look at our Pontiac game-changing performance?
Well, it's not the outcome most people were expecting. Cincinnati didn't think these guys will give them any trouble at all, but it ended up being more competition than they could handle. I think they overlooked this one, and it came back to haunt them.
Well, that does it for this presentation of NCAA Football 09. For Kirk and Lee, I'm Brad Nessler. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for attending today's ball game. Please drive home safely.